Right. Just going to wait for some people to hop on. I just started the live stream, so I'm just going to wait for a bit. Stephanie, hi. Thank you for joining. Kaylee, thank you for joining my live stream speech. I'm just going to be waiting for a bit. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to come, and then I'll get the speech started. And I want to thank you, too, for coming and listening. Vanessa, hi. Like I just told them, I'm just going to wait for a bit, and then we'll get started. How have you guys been doing? How's your day so far? Troy, hi. Thank you for coming. That's my dog. Don't mind him. Just going to wait for a couple more people to join, and then I'll get started on my speech. Hi, Stephanie. Hi. Alrighty, 5 people. We'll keep on going. Okay, there's a decent number of us now. Alrighty, guys. My name is Christopher James Ehrman, and this is for my final for my communications class, which is Intro to Public Speaking. And over the course of the semester, each member of the class chose a social justice theme. My social justice theme was capital punishment, or the death penalty, and I'm speaking against it today. I'm personally against the death penalty. This is something I believe in strongly, and I've spent the semester researching, gathering data, and information about the death penalty, its pros, its cons, and ultimately I made my decision. And today I want to give a creative outlet to speak to you guys about the essence of capital punishment. And the way I'm going to do that today is I have a song from Bob Dylan, Blown in the Wind. And I changed some of the lyrics a bit to fit the times more appropriately. But I figured one of the most famous protesters of the 20th century, specifically against the Vietnam War and death, and bringing it to the 21st century and speaking against death and the justice system. After that, I wrote a bit of an ode to capital punishment itself, or you could say to the end of capital punishment, and I will be delivering that as well. So without further ado, I'm going to start. How many times must a man be killed before you call him a man? How many kids must see daddy's grave before we know that it's bad? Yes, and how many times must the electric chair fry before they're forever banned? This ain't justice, no, it just ain't just to kill and not to hug. Yes, and how many years can a system exist before it is voted against? Yes, and how many years can this go on before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can we turn our heads and pretend that we just don't see? This ain't justice, no, it just ain't just to kill and not to hug. Yes, and how many times can the death penalty keep on going and going? Yes, and how many years must our nation have before she can hear her people cry? Yes, and why should we get rid of capital punishment? It's 'cause too many people have died. This ain't justice, no, it just ain't just to kill and not to hug. Thank you. That was the end of my song, and that was a reworking version of Bob Dylan's Blown in the Wind. And now I'm going to go on to my ode against capital punishment. O ye fell beast, you ender of lives, justice is blind, but you are senseless. How many of your meals were innocent? How many were just in the wrong place at the wrong time? Too many. Even one is too many. For too long we have been crushed beneath your boot, a dark reminder of the barbarity of our past. Chipita Rodriguez was hanged in Texas in 1863 for murder. 122 years later, she was found innocent. George Stinney, 14 years old, was put to death by the electric chair for murder and rape. The youngest lawful execution in the history of the United States. He was found innocent. You are done plaguing our land. No longer shall your rank punishment plague us. All deserve a second chance. Now without you, they get it. We can now learn from our mistakes without your noose around our neck. One day the children will rise up against your cold iron grasp. Rise up against cruel and unusual punishment. Rise up against capital punishment. One day in our future, our dreams will come into fruition. We will see children walking hand in hand, happy. We will see victims of this legal system, of this justice system, not be put to death. We'll see them rehabilitated. We'll see them reenfranchised. We will see them able to be justly punished, not hung, not lethally injected, not fried with an electric chair. They will be able to serve a sentence. It will be reparation for a crime they have committed, but it will not be murder legalized by an institution. It will be an institution of sympathy, of emotion. And for it's that we create a just nation, the United States of America. I'd like to thank you all for listening to my speech today. My name is Christopher Ehrman, and I told you just how bad the death penalty is, how bad capital punishment is. Remember my song. Remember the names of Chipita Rodriguez and George Stinney. Remember them. And with that, I ask you, if there's ever put on a ballot, should we keep the death penalty or should we get rid of it? Vote to get rid of it. Vote for representatives that will enact that wish. Vote for representatives that choose life, that choose an education to teach them what happened, and not for ones that just want to see some bodies fly. And for that, I thank you all for listening. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Have a good day, and God bless.